Alright, what is going on, guys? Here we have a video. I'm going to be doing the 2017-2018 NBA season power rankings / my predictions for the standings and why. So we're going to start off here, and we're going to do the Eastern Conference, and I'm going to give all my seeds and my reasons why. So, I'm going to start off. My 1 seed is going to be the Celtics, as I believe, just due to the fact that they picked up so many people, that they'll be good. I mean, they have Kyrie now, they have Hayward. They're both all-stars, obviously. Horford was an all-star. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum will be extremely good. I'm not going to say they're going to be amazing this year, but they will be very, very good. And I don't believe that the Celtics are a better team than the Cavaliers, per se, but I believe that they will do better this regular season, not necessarily in the playoffs. So, at the number 2 team, I believe, will be the Cavaliers, just due to the fact that that guy LeBron James, and then they picked up Isaiah Thomas, regardless of whether he plays first half or not. I believe they will get the 2 seed, just because it's LeBron will make sure they get it, and then I believe J.R. Smith will score a lot more this year, and I believe Tristan Thompson will have a big role along with Kevin Love, because Kyrie's gone now, and I'm going to assume that IT's not playing the first half, so people need to step up, but I think that they will do that. I don't think that will be an issue. So, at the 3 seed, I believe we will have the Raptors. This is because they have Serge, which, in my opinion, he's a stud. I love Serge Ibaka. I think he's great. As a Thunder's fan, I think he serves the Thunder extremely well, and we can only be thankful for that. So, I think he'll help the Thunder, help the Raptors out a lot. And then I believe that DeMar and Lowry, they're good even though they're aged. I believe they'll still be a very solid team. At the 4 seed, we have the Wizards, and I believe they still have John Wall and Brad Beal. I mean, Bradley Beal is good, obviously. John Wall is better, and they're a good duo, and I think they can pull off a 4 seed because they're both hitting their primes, the perfect times together, and they will be good. The 5 seed will be the Bucks, because Giannis is a star. He's going to put up amazing numbers. I predict he can average potentially anywhere from 20 to 27 or 8 a game, along with 8 to 10 rebounds, and then 5 to 6 assists. He's a stud, and then Jabari Parker is very good too. The whole team is good and young. The 6 seed, we have the Charlotte Hornets, and I believe that they have a lot of veterans, so I think that'll be great for them. They have Dwight Howard now. They have Batum still. They're both vets that give good experience, and then they also have Kemba Walker and Kidd-Gilchrist, who are both all-star caliber players. And then Malik Monk is a great pickup this year in the past draft. He will turn into something good. The next seed, 7 seed, is going to be the Chicago Bulls, and they're not going to be an overpowering team. I believe they'll get swept in the playoffs pretty easily. But they still have Wade, Lopez, and a few others, including LaVine and Denzel Valentine and Kris Dunn. I believe those young guys, they will excel in an environment where they will finally get a lot of playing time. As LaVine and Dunn, they came from the Timberwolves, and they were kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to say limited, but they weren't living up to their full potential there. So this is a great spot for them, I believe. And then with the final 8 seed, I have the Philadelphia 76ers. And this is just due to the, I'm gonna say the star power. We don't know they're all be stars yet, but they have a team of number 1 overall picks who are probably going to be healthy. Hopefully, we can only hope. So Fultz is going to be very good. Okafor is very good. Embiid is very, very good when healthy, and then Simmons will probably be very good when healthy. And then Dario is very, very, very good. So I can't wait to see all of them work. I think they can pull an 8 seed off. They're inexperienced, but I think they can still do it. 9 seed is the Heat. They have Whiteside, Dragic, and Waiters, who are good players. Not the best, but they can get the job done, and they will get the job done. Not enough for the playoffs, though. Not that good. This next seed, the Hawks with the 10 seed. This is kind of an iffy pick. I don't know if they're gonna even be a 10 seed. They only have Dennis Schroeder, Bazemore, and a few other people who they don't have any stars. They don't have anybody who's really a difference maker. So we'll see if they even can pull off a 10 seed. Next is the Pistons at the 11 seed. They have Drummond. Obviously, he's a star. Reggie Jackson is very good, and Stanley Johnson can blossom into a very, very good player. The Magic are next. I like Elfrid Payton and Vucevic, and Aaron Gordon is good as well. And I really like the pickup of Bismack Biyombo. Elfrid Payton is a good young player too, and he can really help them out. The New York Knicks are next. The New York Knicks, they will be in turmoil with Melo there. With or without Melo, to be quite honest, they will not be good. They will be in trouble, but Melo is still decent, so I think they won't be the last. They won't be the second to last seed either. Next, they will be the 13th seed, I predict. And next, at the 14th seed, I have the Pacers. They lost Paul George. All they have is basically Victor Oladipo and Miles Turner. They are both solid players, but not good enough to pull anything more than a 14th seed. And then with the very last team, the typical Brooklyn Nets. They are really terrible. That's the only way to say it. They are terrible. And D'Lo, D'Angelo Russell, he's gonna have a good year. I think he'll thrive in that environment because he's the only player on his team, but he's not that good where he can lead them into anything higher than the worst seed in the Eastern Conference. In a few years, he will be able to if he stays, but right now they are just terrible. And then now for the Western Conference, I believe the Warriors will pull off the 1 seed again, and I believe they have this locked down for the next 5 or 7 years. There really is no explaining to do. It's the Warriors. I'm not even going to go into it at all because everybody knows. So, then next to the 2 seed, I'm going to have the Houston Rockets. The Rockets are going to be very, very, very good. They have Chris Paul now to work with James Harden, and then they have good solid core as well, like Nene, Ariza, Gordon, players that are already there, but still a very solid core. And CP3 and Harden are going to work well together. I think Chris Paul is going to average like 15 assists a game, and Harden's going to drop like 27 right a game. And I think they'll be a good squad. I think they'll work out really good. I think they'll be a legit contender to the Warriors to defeat them. I really do. And then next, the 3 seed, we have the Spurs. They're the typical good Spurs. They're always good no matter what. That's how it works. They still have Kawhi Leonard, who is a top 3 player in the league. And then Marcus Aldridge is still a great big man. And then they still have all their other pieces like Ginobili, Parker, Danny Green. They're good, and they have some very good young dudes who Greg Popovich will develop them, and they will be good, such as Jonathan Simmons. People like him, they'll be good. The 4 seed, I have the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm a Thunder fan, so this is good news for me compared to last year. And now we have Paul George, and I think we're going to be a very good team. Westbrook is Westbrook, and then Paul George will work very well with him, I believe. It's going to be a lot of dunking, complete dunk fest. And then Steven Adams, Enes Kanter, Roger Robertson, they're all good. And then we had a few great, like Patrick Patterson, excuse me. Great pickup in the offseason, and it's going to be really exciting. Good time to be a Thunder fan, because we didn't really go through a long stage of being bad. I mean, last year we might have been bad, you could say, so it's going to be good. And I'm excited for the Thunder. Norris Cole's going to be good on our team as well. No, my apologies. I just said Norris Cole on the Thunder, but he's no longer a member of the Thunder, so my bad. I didn't even realize that he was playing in the Euro League. So, yeah. All right, next at the 5 seed, I have the Timberwolves. They are going to be very good. Butler is an all-star. They picked up Butler, who's great. The core team they already had, Wiggins and Dang, are very good, but they're really young. And then it was a good pickup of Jamal Crawford, good bench experience. And then Karl Anthony Towns is going to be the NBA MVP in a few seasons. Not yet, but he will be. He is amazing. This year, he's going to be very good. I predict him to average from 25 to 27 with 10 to 13 rebounds a game. At the 6th seed, we have the Utah Jazz. They are still good even though they lost Hayward. Just think of their core. They have Favors, Hood, Exum, Gobert, and Johnson. Joe Johnson being a good veteran, good veteran experience. Same with Derek Favors. And then they have arguably the best defender in the NBA, Rudy Gobert. He is filthy and will be filthy in the years to come. And it was a good pickup in Ricky Rubio as well. Next up, we have the Clippers. They lost Chris Paul, but they received some good defensive pieces instead from the Rockets. So I think they're all set right there. And they still have Blake and DeAndre Jordan, who I think they're starting to get underrated because people don't appreciate how good they actually are. I know they're injury riddled, and they have some issues, but they're still not bad at all. They're still good players. On the bright side, besides getting rid of Chris Paul, they picked up some defenders from the Rockets, like I already said that, but I have to emphasize that because that is a big part of their game that they were lacking, and it's going to be good now with Tuesday picked up. So yeah, it's good that they picked up Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, Sam Decker. Those guys aren't. Sam Decker's not that great, but the other two are very good players. Lou Williams' defense lacks a little bit, which doesn't help. But Pat Bev is a good defender. He will help them a ton. So then at the 8th seed, we have the Nuggets. Kenneth Faried, Emmanuel Mudiay, Jamal Murray, Paul Millsap. That is a good core right there, all headed by the young dude Nikola Jokic. He is very good and will be an all-star in the future. Not amazing yet, but that core is enough to get him an 8 seed in a tough conference. And then next, I believe, sadly, I wish the Blazers would make the playoffs, but I don't think they will. I have the Blazers at number 9. Damon McCollum are good. They're a good duo, but they won't be good enough to pull a playoff seed, as the rest of their team lacks. Next, Pelicans. Anthony Davis and Marcus Cousins, they should be very, very good, but it hasn't seemed to click yet, and I don't see it clicking. I know they picked up Rondo. I don't know. Hopefully he can help them out. We'll see though. It's really unpredictable, that team, because last year I thought they would have turned completely around with the pickup of Boogie, but clearly it didn't work. So we'll see how that happens. We don't know yet, but I think they will be just out of the playoffs. Next up, at the 11 seed, we have the Lakers. I think the Lakers will be all right this year. They are so young that you can't even really you can't discredit them for not making the playoffs. They're all so young. Brandon Ingram is going to be a stud in a few years, but not yet. He needs to develop. Julius Randle is starting to get very good. He's underrated, I believe, but I'm actually I take the back. Not very good, but he's getting better, and he will be good in the future. Jordan Clarkson is a very good point guard. Luol Deng provides them some very good veteran experience. Zubac is good too. Larry Nance is a great piece. And then we get to see Lonzo Ball perform, and I believe Lonzo Ball will be very good. I believe he'll win Rookie of the Year. I know a lot of people are hating on him, but he's still good, besides all the outside action that's going on in his family and life. So they're not bad, and you can't discredit them. They will be good in a few years. Up next is the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker will thrive. He'll be an all-star, and I predict he'll make an all-NBA team. He is a star to come. He dropped 70 last year. I know that you can say he cherry-picked it or whatever, but or was against a bad defense, but he still dropped 70, and he is good. He's young. He will be very good in the future. That's why I got to give him a 12 seed. The 13th seed, I have to give to the Grizzlies. They are old and basically trash. They don't have a single player That's significant. I mean, I don't really care about Mike Conley. He's not that good. Actually, I take that back. They have Marc Gasol, who's still good, but he's not good enough to lead them anywhere. I don't think. I mean, Parsons is a bust. He signed a nice deal, but then he's just kind of just is trash now. That was a waste of money on their part, but I think the Grizzlies are going to go through a very rough patch. 14th seed is the Mavericks. They have Dirk, obviously, but do they have Jason Terry still? They might have Jason Terry. I think they have Jason Terry still. So Dirk and him. Oh, excuse me. They don't have Jason Terry. I apologize. But Dirk is good. He's a Hall of Famer, obviously. Wesley Matthews is alright. Barea is alright. Seth Curry's decent. Harrison Barnes is alright, and Nerlens Noel's alright. I just don't think that they're good enough to make anything happen. I really don't. And then the last team, who you know, these Western Conference standings are very hard to do outside of the 1 through 8 seeds because these teams are they're all debatable. And even like the 8 and the 9 and the 10 are all debatable. I mean, you can make a stance that you say the Blazers make the playoffs and the Clippers don't, per se. It doesn't. It's hard, so we'll have to wait and see. But I give the Kings the last seed in the West, as they have Buddy Hield, and that's it. That's about it. So we'll see how that pans out over there. It's kind of a mess. I think Buddy Hield will thrive, but he's not that good, so they're not going to be like a star team or anything more than the last seed. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. Really appreciate watching and taking the time to be here. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great one.